SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a further explanation on the new terms of the T-Mobile Home Internet, as I did a video on it earlier, just a couple of days ago, and I basically read the terms of service, and I think some people miss something, even though it's clearly in the terms of service, and I did mention it in the video, but maybe just I have to, just be very completely clear and deliberate in this fact. Who is going to be slowed down, on the T-Mobile Home Internet service? I'm going to try again, do my best to explain it. A link for the article from Jonah, and this is the sun.com. I'll provide a link for you guys in the description. Down in the description, you can find ways to support us. You can like and share this video and subscribe for more. If you're new here, turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. Okay, guys, so the new terms of service with the T-Mobile Home Internet, the change happened a couple of months ago. And, when we first got news of it, obviously we figured at some point some people would start to see or experience some changes in how the internet kind of performed. What T-Mobile decided they had to do in order for their network to be preserved and to sell the network to the highest number of people is to create what they refer to as a fair usage policy. And what they did was they took an otherwise pretty free policy and turned it into a soft 1.2 terabyte cap, in which if you use 1.2 terabytes within a single billing cycle, a customer might experience slower than others data speeds, after going beyond that threshold. Now, the number itself, 1.2 terabytes, is well above average. I think most average users somewhere between like 500 and 600 gigs, right? So this is essentially doubling that. But for whatever reason, after reading those terms of service to you guys and explaining it, questions still remained about who is impacted by this. Folks, if you read the terms of service, as I did, I read them to you, there is no distinction on who is impacted and who isn't. That means everybody is impacted. It doesn't say anything like if you signed up for home internet 2 years ago or last year, or it never states it only impacts new customers. That does not exist. That is not stated in the terms of service. So when you see the way that those rules are constructed, it means everyone is impacted by it. Otherwise, there would be a, distinctive separation of users based on who they are or when they signed up for the service. That is not in the terms of service. Therefore, we have to assume all customers are impacted by it. In fact, you can even contact the T-Mobile customer care and you can ask them and they will tell you, right? So I just wanted to be clear about that. There was some confusion. Again, I'm not trying to, be, negative about the company and what they're doing to try to preserve their network. I get it. It's a business. You want to put as many customers on the network as possible. And, T-Mobile has been very clear. They're not trying to build capacity for the service. They sell the extra. And this is proof of that, as, one could even speculate, and then clearly it would be speculation, but one could speculate, and it is plausible. T-Mobile could move to tiers with the service on some level. Now, that's probably a topic for another video. It would make them less competitive with big cable. But, T-Mobile's probably comfortable with the direction of the growth of the service. They're good. If the high data user leaves and two low data users come in. Think about that. A high data user who becomes disgruntled because they get slowed down after 1.2 terabytes. Let's say they get disgruntled, they leave, they go back to Comcast or they go back to Charter, Spectrum, whatever. Let's say they leave, and a couple people do that. Well, that means you've opened up the service to a couple of lighter users, possibly, who don't use as much, right? T-Mobile would be perfectly fine with that. Just to kind of give you guys perspective on T-Mobile's process, that's kind of where they are with that. Anyways, I hope this offers some clarity. I hope it allows you to better understand how and why and who is impacted by the service. Let me know if you have any further questions or if you have any comments on this. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.